Hey everyone, my name is Josiah Stewart. I'm the president of the Game Development Club here at UW-Platteville, and I'm going to be showing you a little bit of what we've been working on this past semester. Our project Spirits in the Cemetery is a multiplayer Unity 3D game based in a cemetery arena where 4 humans go up against 4 ghosts. The ghosts are invisible unless they're in a player's flashlight. When they are in a player's flashlight, they'll take damage according to the number of flashlights they're exposed to, and humans will take damage from ghosts whenever the ghosts get near. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll just hit play here, and you'll see our next menu is the network lobby. Here you're able to make a game either using Matchmaker or setting up a manual connection over IP address. We typically just use Matchmaker at this point. We're allowed for free through Unity's matchmaking service up to 20 players. Also, this user interface is obviously not a final user interface. This was stock from Unity, and we're going to change that over to be a nice, creepy-looking Spirits in the Cemetery-esque style. So let's go ahead and make a game. I'll just name this Game 1. Go ahead and hit Create, and that'll automatically connect me to a server where I can input my name as Josiah. And then also, I will go in and change, I could change myself to either ghost or human by checking this box, but for now, I'll leave myself as human, and I'm going to go ahead and connect some other players. Here we go. All right, so I've got Josiah in here, player 2, player 3, and player 4. Right now, we're all set to be humans. There's no sort of checking to make sure that you're all on different teams. We'll implement that later, but for now, I'll set 3 and 4 to be ghosts, mark them all as ready, and then mark myself as ready. And we should spawn in here. Awesome, so these are your first glimpses of what it looks like inside of our game. As you can see, I'm this blue character running around. I've got my flashlight on, but I'm going to turn it off just to save on some juice. You can see in the lower left-hand corner by the flashlight icon that I really don't start with a lot of charge, so I've got to be mindful of that as I start the game. You can also see next to that I've got my health there, which is full at this point. And really quickly, I'm going to run over here and grab this battery pack, and you'll watch my flashlight charge does go up when I pick that up, so that's pretty neat. Also, looking around the user interface, you can see in addition to that health and flashlight charge, in the top left-hand corner, I've got the game timer. This currently doesn't do anything when the game ends, just because it would make testing really difficult if the game was always ending on us while we're trying to do things. We also have a fully functional heads-up display, or mini-map that is, in the top right-hand corner, which shows right now just one yellow dot running around, which corresponds to my human teammate. The ghosts obviously will not show up on the minimap unless they are visible. So let's go ahead and actually see. I brought a ghost down. Look at the minimap right now. You can see a red dot where the ghost is. And when I turn the flashlight off, the ghost will disappear. And now if I run over here, you'll see I'm taking some damage from the ghost as well because the ghost is invisible and near me. Once I expose the ghost again, I stop taking damage. And in a moment, yep, the ghost dies. So I actually did a sufficient amount of damage to harm that ghost and kick him out of the game. There's still a red dot where he died, so we can be confirmed that we actually did kill him now that we can't see him, but the red dot's still there. That's something that'll get reworked in the future, but for now we can just leave that red dot there. You'll also see in the lower right-hand corner a chat box. This is actually working already. I can chat with my teammates, or I can send a message to all players. Just to keep things quick, I'll skip forward a little bit here, and we'll go ahead and run over. I know where they spawn, so as long as I can control 2 keyboards at once, and looks like I'm going to hit myself a little bit here. If I run over, maybe just with 1 keyboard, run over to this graveyard, I can go ahead and try and see if I can find this other ghost. Oh, yeah, I already see him. As you can see right through here, there's a, and you probably saw a little bit before, there's that fog or smoke that appears only when the ghost is visible. And if I run off the screen, the fog kind of chases after him. So it gives me a little bit better of an indication of where that ghost was heading when he left my vision, kind of helping the players just a little bit. So let's go see if I can hunt him down again. I'll run over here, and I moved him to a separate location. You can just get kind of an idea of what it might be like if I were a player searching for a ghost, and all of a sudden I see it. And granted, this ghost isn't even moving. If it was running around and it was another player, it could be quite annoying, actually, for this ghost to be able to kind of haunt me as I play this game. So I moved the ghost again to another location. Let's go ahead and just run over to him. I'll skip forward, turn on my flashlight, and then I'll switch over to the ghost and run through it again. So you get a really nice shot right here of this ghost running through my light source, and you can see how that fog kind of chases after him, and there he is up there again. Let's go ahead and try and kill him off here in a second. So run him over to a different location, and I'll move my character over here, and then I'll switch to the other player. And so you can watch this kind of from a distance. Turn his flashlight on, and I know Ghost is right up here. Expose him, and just hold him there until, boom, he died. Sweet, so we won the game. You'll notice the game doesn't end at this point. That's still something we're implementing. What should the players see when they win? What should the players see when they lose? But we did it as humans. Let's go ahead and see what the game looks like from the Ghost's perspective. All right, so we're in the network lobby again. Here you can see I've got 2 players, 3 and 4 set to human, and then myself and player 2 set to Ghosts. I'll go ahead and sign everyone in, hit ready, and the game will get started. Now I'm starting over here as a ghost in the cemetery, and if I look over to my right, you can see my little ghost buddy here, and I'll give you a nice close-up because this guy's really neat looking. I think this is made by the Game Development Club, which is really neat. The human character is stock from Unity, and we're going to work on remaking him into something of our own at some point. And the ghost, he still needs to be animated and stuff. He's very still at this point, but at least the 3D mesh is getting close to being done. Still needs a few tweaks, and we'll make those soon, but enough of that. Let's go see if we can find these players and kill them off. So I'll run down here. I know where they spawn. I haven't moved them yet, so we'll just run down to this familiar little cemetery area right here. And now I'll run over this battery pickup. You can see it doesn't work for ghosts because they don't have flashlights to use the batteries for. Then I'll move this player over here and turn his flashlight on so that way you can see what it's like to take damage as a ghost. You can see the fog, you see the screen turn yellow. You can get an idea of what it's like to run around, run in and out of these player flashlights. Now I'll go ahead and run over here and hide from my enemies, and then I'll switch over to one of the humans and have them run over. You can kind of see here, I think this is neat. You can see what it looks like to have a human kind of hunting you down. You can get a feel for that hide and seek situation that goes on while playing this game. I'll have him give up and then run over behind him so he starts taking damage from me. You don't have any indication at this point of how much damage you're doing to a player or how much health they have left. We'll add that in a later build. But you can tell it certainly takes a long time at this point to kill a human, and that's because we want it to be difficult for the ghosts. We don't want you to just be able to run in and kind of assassinate your target. You've got to haunt them for a good amount of time, and at this point, there's not going to be a whole lot of ways for players to get health back. There might be some small health pickups. We do have those in the game. But basically, we want that player to have this feeling of getting closer and closer to death as dawn gets closer and closer. So that way, there's a pretty good chance that that human is feeling, pretty scared at that point that they might not make it to dawn, even in the final seconds. So now I'll go ahead and switch over to the other ghost and bring him down. There he is. So you can get an idea of what it looks like to see the ghosts moving around. As I said, they're not animated yet. That's something to come. So they just kind of float over the ground, which is sort of what a ghost does, but it still, needs a little bit of work. We'll add that in soon. Here I've brought this other human over, and I'm damaging both of us, and I'll try and not kill myself here, even though I got stuck on the wall. But I'll let player 2 go ahead and die. And so you see all of this stuff just disappear, and then to wrap this up, I'll come over here and kill this other human so you can see that, sure enough, the game actually doesn't end when we win, even for the ghosts. So that's something that's also going to come in a future release. But anyway, I'll go ahead and take a victory lap here and say thanks for watching. I hope you liked what you saw. I hope you'll tune in and watch our future YouTube videos and like them as well. I also hope you'll check the description for any useful links. And once again, just thanks for watching.